Hello and welcome to another episode of She's a Keeper with myself, Charlene Smith,
Pippa Monique
and Helen Lucas.
We are here today to discuss the Premier League fixtures that took place over the weekend. Ladies, welcome. Before we get into it, how is everybody doing?
I'm good. I've got the giggles, so I've got a bit of hiccups now.
I know. We was just laughing before the camera started recording because Pips is just sitting here like...
Childish.
But how was your weekend?
It was okay, you know. I had a lot of family time. I got to go to, both my boys had kick-off at the exact same time. So
okay.
I had to pick which boy match I was going to go to.
Flip a coin?
Yeah, and then we had a nice family dinner for my sister-in-law. So it was a nice family on weekend. It was really cute, yeah.
Amazing,
nice. Yeah,
beautiful.
For once.
Yeah, and that's what you need. To
Yeah.
just kind of reset and spend quality time with your loved ones. And how about you, Hels? How was your weekend?
Yeah, really good. Really busy. Just got back. I literally came straight here from
Just came off the private jet.
Straight off the plane, straight here.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back. What was the weather like out there?
Cold by
Good.
Dubai standards, but beautiful for me.
Yeah.
Like coming from London.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a little bit chilly. You need kind of like a jacket or a jumper or something. Yeah, no, it's lovely.
Perfect. So a nice little winter break getaway for you, Hels.
Yeah. How about you?
Yeah, for me, it was nice and chilled as well. What did I get up to? I was resting for once. So just kind of taking it easy, slowing down.
Yeah, we need that once in a while.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And doing mummy stuff, you know, the cooking, the cleaning.
That was
those
literally a
sort of
mum
stuff.
weekend.
Catch up. Life catch up.
Yeah, so literally. So nothing too chaotic for me.
Oh, nice.
And let's get straight into it. The football that took place at the weekend. Now, Manchester United managed to get that 2-0 win over Man City.
I was so surprised.
Likewise. Shout out to Carrick, you know, for delivering.
I know. And he looked, can I just say, he looks like he belongs in that job.
Do you reckon?
He looks good.
After one game, guys.
No, as in he
Like
looks
his
good,
character,
as
his
in
aura.
his aura, his demure, whatever you want to call it. He looks good in.
But do you know what it is? He knows what it means to play in a Manchester derby. Like
Exactly.
he knows. So he has to deliver. And I'm sure the team talk beforehand must have been iconic. I could only assume. And he's been there, he's done it. And they're in a position where everyone's expecting them to
do
lose.
or die.
So just go out there and just give them a performance. So I'm actually really surprised at the result.
Exactly.
I didn't watch the game. When I saw the result on my phone, I was like, what?
I know.
I couldn't believe it.
Exactly.
I was literally, because I was out in Dubai and I had some business out there. So the night before I was like, right, I had my whole weekend planned around, I'm going to watch the football. Anyway, that was in the schedule. So I was like, where do I go? So I was like, where'd you go in Dubai? Like any Arsenal supporters, bars or pubs or whatever. So then I was getting loads of messages. So, and luckily where the bar was quite close to the hotel as well. Which
perfect.
Worked out perfect. I walked in literally on kickoff. So it was perfect. But yeah, so they was showing the City game apparently in the same pub before. So I can only imagine it was full of all the Arsenal fans watching that one before.
And probably celebrating.
And then, yes, because it was like, they were all back to back. There was loads of games on Saturday. And the Liverpool were playing, Spurs were playing. And one of the guys with us is actually a Spurs fan, like one of my friends. And so when the Liverpool, I think, or the United, one of the games before, when they finished, they put the Tottenham game on. And my friend's a Spurs fan, and they were losing 1-0, and then I think the game went to 1-1. So in between, just before the Arsenal game, or before I got there, apparently he said that they put the Spurs game on in this pub that was going to show the Arsenal game. Soon as they turned it back, so it was 1-1. West Ham scored, and it became 2-1, and he was like, no, I'm sitting in a pub full of Arsenal fans, and like, you know.
Honestly, it was so mad. I was at work, and one of the guys is a Tottenham fan, and was talking, this was like maybe on Thursday or Friday, and was talking about the weekend's fixtures, and obviously I was feeling half confident about Nottingham Forest, and then the Liverpool fan was talking, and he was like, he's a Tottenham fan. I was like, oh God, I liked you before you said that, but anyway, he said he's got West Ham, and obviously they're talking about how bad their form's been and stuff, and I was like, you have to win against West Ham because they are actual relegation fodder at the moment, and they've not been the best. I said, if you don't win against West Ham, forget it. And I don't know about Thomas Frank's job, and I know it's too soon, but
Wow.
That's insane.
The fans
to not
have-
beat West Ham is crazy.
It's insane, and the
At this point
fans
of
seem to
time.
already have been turning on Thomas
They've
Frank.
been turning for a little while.
Exactly. I mean, that whole situation with the Arsenal Cup obviously added a bit of salt to the wound. Now not being able to deliver and get a result against West Ham as well. I think there was chance actually of, getting him out.
Okay, but you get him out,
really
but
like
who
him
do
as a
you get
manager.
in?
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
Who do you get in? I mean, there are lots of managers, but who would want to take that job? Like, you'd really think twice.
I'm not. They're still in top flight and
Yeah, no, in
Europe
the sense of from a career pathway.
Yeah.
Apart from Ange, and even he wasn't in the job that long,
Yeah.
but he had success. But even was it a successful reign as a manager? That's a debatable conversation amongst my Spurs friends.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
it's a shame because he's such a good manager, and I just feel like this has put such a stinker on his career.
But my point being, as a manager, if you've got a good career, like he was at Brentford, he was doing well, highly regarded.
No,
He's slightly damaged goods,
Yeah.
almost. Who, if he was to get sacked right now,
Where would he go
Where
now?
would he go?
Yeah.
I mean, he'd probably go Crystal Palace maybe because their manager's going at the end of the season. There are
That would
options,
probably be
but
a better suited for him. Yeah.
but kind of, I'm not saying it's the end, but like when you're trying to go up, if you're saying Brentford, a slightly lower, maybe smaller club than Spurs, maybe because Spurs
they are,
big club,
Yeah.
Would you say?
Yeah. And I guess
only because they're competing in Europe.
they've got a stadium.
They've won a
They've got a
European
big
Cup.
stadium.
that as well.
Yeah.
And not only that, I guess, managers like Thomas Frank who can deliver to a good high standard at clubs like Brentford, he did do really well at Brentford, but that doesn't mean he's going to elevate to the next level taking on a project at Spurs. Sometimes some managers are only
they reach their ceiling at some point.
I mean, who knows, in the future perhaps he could move on. It's same like Graham Potter, perhaps he could progress on to a bigger club.
But the problem is, again, Graham Potter's a really good example.
Yeah.
So he was really good. Very similar
Brighton,
situation at Brighton, Brentford, similar model type clubs. And look, they go to these
Chelsea.
bigger
teams,
clubs, where they're competing for more. They're actually competing for stuff.
and it goes sour really, really fast. And then what? Like, because Graham Potter, where did he go after Chelsea?
I don't
West
think
Ham.
he's-
Yeah, West Ham.
Oh yeah, West Ham.
Didn't last long.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know if he's still there.
I feel like he's barely
he's not
working.
there.
He's
Yeah.
just living off like.
Redundancy for all his clubs.
Literally. And I think with Graham Potter, I think it was a massive leap to go from Brighton to Chelsea.
Yeah, it was
he perhaps needed a club in between that before he progressed on to that level. And the pressures that come with,
But what's
dealing
in
with such a
between
big
that though?
club.
I
Yeah,
feel like
that's what I'm
Brighton is the
thinking.
next level.
Yeah.
Like they're the next.
The next tier below.
yeah.
I guess so.
But I know it is a big jump.
Yeah,
though,
it's a
because of the
massive-
history that
Is
Chelsea
it,
has.
is it that in terms of managing a bigger squad with bigger egos?
Yeah.
That as
like
well.
bigger
wages,
players,
it's about
bigger
player
wages,
management.
a higher expectation when
Yeah.
you're on a certain, level of payment.
Yeah.
Yep.
The stakes are much higher.
Yeah.
The
And they're
margins
ruthless.
of
And as
error
Chelsea
are
fans,
much
over the
smaller.
last 10, 15 years of the success they've had, they're expecting the manager to come in to help them win things again.
Yep.
And
Instantly. Otherwise
Like, it's
you're
not,
not
it's not a 2-year project. It's now type of thing.
Yeah. But I just think football's evolved massively that you're not going to have that instant success. You can't walk into a job. It's look at Arsenal. Arsenal was an overhaul project. The first thing was trust the process, and it's taken how many years? And we've been good, we've been getting better, but we didn't really have the squad to fully compete. Yeah, we were overachieving with 11 players almost, like with a starting 11. We never had a bench, we never had a squad. It's taken 4 or 5 years to kind of de-weed, declutter, get rid of the players we didn't really, I'm sure Mikel, would imagine, did not really want. And any manager, you're inheriting a squad. Doesn't mean they're players you would necessarily choose to buy if you had your ideal dream team. Would they be in it?
Exactly. No, 100%.
It's. I don't think it's an easy thing for being a manager in this current.
No, man.
It's a Premier League as well.
Pressure.
And while we are sort of on the subject of Arsenal, I mean, for me personally, after that Manchester United result, I just felt like, because initially before the game I thought, I've got mixed feelings about this. Yes, we should go and we should beat Nottingham Forest. But I thought teams like this that are, down bottom of the table, close to relegation, they're normally the teams that we will play, and it's like on paper, we should deliver and we should turn them over. But we have some sort of, I don't know, block in our mind or something where we struggle against these sort of things. So when I saw that Manchester United result, I was like, I don't have a good feeling about today's game. Yeah. And as soon as the game kicked off, I was like...
for once, I was the opposite.
Yeah, I was like, we ain't going to score in today's game. Because we was taking shots.
Yeah.
And when they weren't hitting the back of the net, I was like, we're not going to score.
Yeah.
So I was disappointed with the result. But I was like, I knew. I could just tell straight away. I mean... What is your take on that result?
Do you want to go?
For me, obviously, I was busy, busy working, and I was getting little updates from certain individuals, group chats, whatever, that I thought it was a joke at first.
Yeah.
Like, we're back United one, I'm not going to lie. One of the boys who's a United was like, yeah, we've done you a favour. And I was thinking, what?
Yeah, right?
Yeah. But yeah, lo and behold, they did. And I was like, wow. My reaction was, I was more impressed with United getting the win.
Yeah.
I wasn't even thinking about the Arsenal game at that point. Because I was like, wow. I was like, pressure off. For me, pressure off. So I was thinking, let the boys go out and express themselves.
Yeah.
But
they didn't.
But no, it's not even that. You've got to put everything into context. I've been to Nottingham Forest away. That is not a ground we go to and get results regularly by any stretch of the imagination. When we were going for the title, who did we lose to?
Exactly.
Nottingham Forest. Like fans need to remember these things. They're not games we generally win. So to go there, in hindsight now, obviously it's Monday.
Yeah.
Not straight after the game. Straight after the game, I was gutted. You know?
Yeah.
But in reflection, putting everything into context, we've gone to a ground we normally come away with 0 points, and we came away with 1 point, not playing our best. Yeah.
But why was
it bad? But is it a bad weekend? No.
It's not a good weekend though.
It's not bad though, because no one else around us picked up a point.
Yeah,
we picked up 1 point.
Well.
We picked up 1 point. They picked up 0 points. So taking everything into context, it is not a bad weekend.
But why didn't we play well though? That's my thing. What?
Yeah.
Should I tell you? We're playing a game every 3 days.
Yeah, that's true. But we're not the only ones doing that.
Well, we are one of the only few doing that.
Yeah.
Tell me another team. Man United.
But he did rotate some players.
Let me tell you one thing, and I'm not digging out Man United, but they're our next game in the league. Man United have got a whole week. To prepare. We are playing a Champions League game on Wednesday, away.
Yeah.
Our players probably, if they were lucky,
Tuesday,
got a day off
game?
yesterday.
Yeah, it's Tuesday.
Is it Tuesday?
Yeah.
Sorry, Tuesday.
I don't know actually. I actually don't know.
Well,
I don't go to the
but
games anymore.
But carry
I
on,
want to
Helen,
say
as you
it's
were
Wednesday,
saying.
but I could be wrong as well. I'm in Dubai time. I've got things in my diary.
You probably don't even know what day
I'm looking at my
today.
calendar. Things are coming up at 12 o'clock, and I'm like, huh? Because obviously
But
the
you know
time
what?
zone
To put it in
changes.
perspective, like obviously we've travelled to some Champions League away games.
Oh, yeah.
So put it into perspective from a fan's point of view.
It's a lot.
We could, if a game's on a Wednesday night, most of us travel latest Tuesday. Some of us travel Monday.
Yeah.
So we travel Tuesday.
Tomorrow.
The game
it's
is on
tomorrow.
Wednesday.
Yeah,
we don't
Tuesday.
come back home until Thursday sometimes.
Wow.
Whilst we're on our way home, we already see pictures of Arsenal back in London Colney. It's like they haven't had time to react, respond to the game they just played,
Process
anything. It's just on to the next. And I'm still processing travelling home.
100%.
So it's a lot for them to take in, just
and
mentally.
we're saying mentally processing.
Yeah.
Also, the body physically needs to rest
I'm tired
and
after a
recover.
flight, even a 2-hour one.
100%. Exactly.
Imagine playing a whole match, going on a flight, going through customs, all that, and then having to prepare for a game on Sunday.
It's a lot.
Exactly.
It's a
It
lot.
is a lot to adapt
But it's their
to.
job.
So,
hearing
hence, Pippa, straight back at you.
Go on.
Are you still upset about the draw?
Yes.
Because
I
they're tired.
I know.
They are tired.
I hear it because there's times I'm tired at work and I'm trying to push through and I can't be asked to push through.
Yeah.
But there's times when I can't be asked and I do push through. And I'm just like,
draining.
it is draining.
It's a lot.
100%.
And we had, so for me, all right, so I'm going to talk about me personally. So I had to finish, like I work, you know, I'm not someone who has
Can
nothing
just
to do
chill
all
every
day.
Yeah.
So I was busy all Wednesday, so I'm just going to go to Wednesday, forget even the game before that or whatever in life and work. So Wednesday, I had to get across London. I had to be at Stamford Bridge no later than 6:15, rush hour London traffic, to get my parking space, because I didn't even know where to then be rushing around, you know, to look for parking.
TFL, babes.
No.
Or contact Pippa.
What, with all the with 60,000
Yeah, I
or 50?
couldn't do it.
What's the, no, they're smaller than the
Oh,
envelopes.
TFL
But like-
as in get on the train.
yeah, no.
This is Helen we're speaking
No,
about.
forget that.
No, I didn't do that. Sorry, I didn't do that. that's not one place I would be. I've done it. Have I done it before? I think I have done it once or twice.
We've done it in away games.
Yeah, no, I'm not like bougie that I wouldn't. It's just for me, that is the worst thing I would want to be doing during rush hour. Because you're going for everyone commuting.
Exactly.
So yeah, no.
And it was cold and raining, I believe.
It was raining. It was like a storm. We had a storm. So I will rewind. I got drenched at the Liverpool game.
Yeah.
Drenched. Drained. It like for the whole weekend. I was running on 10% because of that late night. Then Chelsea, Wednesday, again, thunderstorm. There was an away game, Portsmouth. I didn't go. I had a ticket. I declined.
You still getting over that?
I couldn't cope to do all of them games. Yeah. But also I knew I'd be travelling as well and blah, blah, blah. So, and then to go to Chelsea, thankfully, we won. So it was a high. I had to rush back and I was flying the next day to go to Dubai.
Yeah.
And then I've come back and obviously I'm not doing Milan. Yeah. But normally that would be an option because I had this business trip. It was never going to be an option. But there's fans I know that are not in London right now, that are somewhere else in the world, that will be flying from there straight to Milan to then be back here for Sunday because we've got Man United. Yeah. So, the point I'm making is it's a lot on the fans, but it's double on the players.
Yeah.
Because they are featuring, they're training, they're going into training, they're working. Like me, they're working every day, but they're working physically, like getting their strength, their endurance, their conditioning, the nutrition, the right amount of sleep. They need to be on optimal.
And then on top of that,
100%
on top of that, they've still got to find time, and they're human. They still got to find time to socialise with their family, their friends, people requesting, you got a ticket, mate, on Sunday?
Oh my God.
All of that as well. I mean, it's a lot of strain on the body. We know if we do a gym workout or whatever, we need time to recover as well. So
their recovery time is very small.
Yeah, they're having very little time to recover between games.
It's good for their perspective, but I'm still upset about this 0-0.
No. I'm not saying totally upset. I'm just saying, when you put everything into context, we have played literally in 1 week 3 games. And we've played Liverpool, we've played Portsmouth, we've played Chelsea, and then we've played Nottingham Forest. So 4 in like just over a week. I'm just going on the last week, pretty much. That's 4 games in just over a week of high caliber opponents, and the point I'm making, Nottingham Forest is not a place we go and walk away with 3 points regularly. Even in our best run, without playing that amount of games, we've gone there and lost. So we've gone there,
picked up a point.
I think we shouldn't be too upset.
Exactly.
Based on taking everything into account, and our injuries as well. We've got injuries. We've got players unavailable. We've barely had the same
starting 11 and stuff,
the starting 11, we've definitely not had the same one play more than 2 or 3 games because we haven't been able to.
You was going to say never had the same back four, but defensively is not our problem at the moment.
No, I'm not saying defensively is our problem. But if you've got different backline, that has an effect onto your forward play, progressing forward.
Yeah. Especially where our fullbacks are, getting forward, getting forward, sending balls in. They still need to have that connection.
The transition's on the different. The midfield hasn't been the same in many games either. So it's not just the back line that's not been the same. Rotating the squad has a little bit of an impact, but
he's got to do it.
You've got to do it. I want him to be rotating.
And I expect him to rotate against Inter Milan because it's not a must-win game. Even though I want to win, it's not a must-win game. We're top of that table.
This is the one game that right now you could actually put a slightly
pull the handbrake.
Which is kind of needed. I mean, we saw that Bukayo Saka didn't start in the game against Nottingham Forest.
I think he took a knock though, didn't he?
And then he came on later
second
on.
Half,
so I guess I was actually really upset because I was thinking, oh my God, like we've got the opportunity to capitalise now. City have dropped points.
I was not impressed. I was not happy.
The next day,
I was not happy. But in reflection, I'm saying, given
the circumstances,
and you look at the bigger picture, and you're sitting top of the league.
Yeah.
7 points clear.
Who am I talking to?
It's not like the worst thing in the world.
100%.
Come on.
And we didn't lose.
We never lost.
I can't remember who mentioned this. Maybe James. I did the podcast with them guys the other day, and they said that this time last year
We had less points.
No, not us, but last year's champions Liverpool. Around this time last year, January, they were dropping points like this. Not losing, but picking up 1 point here, 1 point there. And everyone thought. Remember, we thought January, oh, maybe they're not going to win, and that's when we were thinking, oh, we can catch up to Liverpool. We can catch up. So Man City's in our position that we was on last year. So
what, the same amount of points?
Not the same points, but
just
the fact
chasing
that
the pack.
chasing,
Chasing
like 4
the
points behind, 6 points behind. So it's not all doom and gloom.
Yeah.
No, you know, like when you got the chance to do something, you think, I can't do it.
No. What it is as fans, we become entitled.
100%.
Yeah. When your team is winning. When you're on a winning run, let's put it like, no matter what team you support, when you're on a winning run, you don't think you're going to lose.
Yeah.
You get into that momentum, you get into that way of thinking. So we won, even against Chelsea. We won, but we had let in 2 goals. I was not impressed.
About that.
You know. But we won.
But we won.
But we made 2 silly mistakes that led to goals. But it's football.
Yeah,
you know, you can't win every single game. So on that note, the fact that we didn't lose, you have to think it's a work in progress. We're up from where we've been in other seasons, in the sense that when we play Nottingham Forest away from home, we don't often win. So I'm looking at like for like in previous title run-ins or challenges or whatever way you want to look at it. The teams that we were dropping points to in other seasons, we're picking up a point. If we'd have lost in another season, we've got a draw, or we've taken all 3 points. So them small margins and fine lines, we are stronger or a little bit more resilient, or where in other games maybe the 0-0 would have been a 1-0 loss. But we got there and we didn't concede, or you know, because Forest had a couple of chances. At one point they stepped it up again, and they had us. You know, we were pinned. A little bit pinned back. So you have to look at it for what it is. You can't just expect because City lost, we have to win. You know, you can't look at it like that. You have to think, you know what? Big up the boys. They have put in, you know, they were in a semi-final. They've come out, they've gone away. 2 away games back to back ain't easy as well. Let's remember that. Both of those games were away from home. So it's tough to go away from home.
100%.
I don't know. I think on a Monday morning, my team's top. My team's top. I'm happy. Boys,
1
keep
foot
winning.
In the semi-final, the Carabao Cup. So
and you know, you've got the advantage in that game. We're sitting top of the Champions League. We're going to Milan. We're in a position we can rest players. We can pick whatever team Mikel feels comfortable with to set them up tactically for the opposition, whether it's certain players need certain minutes, certain players need less minutes to rest and recover, to recuperate, depending. He can manage every player, luckily, the way he wants.
Can I ask?
To the position we're in.
I know you're saying Arteta can do that, of course, but as a fan, who would you not expect to see on the pitch? Who would you not want to see playing in terms of recovery and rest?
Oh gosh, Timber's been playing a lot of minutes, and he puts in a shift. He delivers. But then what? So I guess Lewis Skelly could perhaps start over Timber on that left hand side. Perhaps let Ben White start on the right. Mascara's now back from injury.
Back,
he was on the bench, wasn't he? Mascara.
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure he was on the bench. So you know,
give him some minutes then.
Exactly. So
I would like to rest. I know it's going to be impossible for him to make that many changes, but I think Saliba and Gabriel need
one of them
need, because they've been, because of the way the injuries have worked out as well. They've been pretty much rushed back as well from injuries. So I don't know if they're fully 100% fit. They're putting in performances like they are 100% there. But you don't know whether they're
pushing themselves because they want to win.
And they're running on adrenaline as well.
100%.
So especially because in that Forest game, Saliba, he did actually get knocked. You know, he's always got problems with his lower back. So he did get knocked in that game when he went down to the ground, and I thought, please Lord, no, because we know he struggles with his back. But he was all right, so I was happy he was able to continue. So out of the two, I think if Saliba could get a rest, then you know,
I'd say it would be Saliba I would rest purely because Gabriel probably needs the minutes to start getting back to where he needs to be fitness wise.
Can I just say as well, Gabby, I just love his passion. Like, he just excites me. I literally am. From when he was first signing for the club, I was just like, oh my God, amazing. And like, you just see it as the seasons are going on and he's progressing more and more in the club. The way he celebrates, like, so his blocks, like, you just see his passion. Like, he is fighting for that club. Like, I love it.
Both of them are centre-backs. For them, they celebrate a clean sheet the way most teams celebrate a win.
Or a goal.
Or
100%. And that's what I love about them, because it shows the passion, how much they want to keep a clean sheet. So, shout out to both our centre backs.
They're both great.
Any other players you guys feel like you want to rest going into this game, this Champions League game?
I feel bad because I feel like none of the players ever want to be rested.
They never want to rest in the minutes.
If they watch this, they'll be like, what are you girls talking about?
We want to play.
We can handle another 90 minutes.
Exactly.
You think I do all that training to rest on a match day?
Yeah, exactly. I want to be selected.
I don't know. There was a bit of a controversy about Saka.
I feel like Declan should be rested, as in he's played a lot of minutes.
Don't think he will like you saying that.
He would hate me saying that. I know he would hate that.
You never know though. Maybe
this is player welfare.
Maybe deep down he thinks he needs a rest as well though. Maybe.
I just feel like he's featured in every game pretty much. Like
Can I just say as well with Declan Rice, like, he is a fundamental player for us. With him, it's not just about what he does in that midfield. It's about the shots he lets off, the defensive duties he does as well. He makes some blocks, where it's like, mate, you saved us. Like, that guy, and I don't think he gets enough recognition for what it is that he does. Like, Declan Rice,
box to box.
He is ultimate box to box.
You got to remember, he played a centre back for West Ham at some point. So you can see that defensive character coming through.
I think what makes a great player is a player that can play in every position.
Or
as a child, like growing up, they've played in many positions, because you only really understand a position when you've played it.
Exactly.
So you kind of know the danger coming, how to kind of counteract it. And I didn't even know Declan played defender.
Something about
So that don't surprise me at all.
Because even with our kids as well, you know, my son, when he was playing when he was young as well, he went from striker to goalkeeper. Like, he literally played. He's played in every position. Goalkeeper, defence, midfield, attacking, all over the pitch.
Saliba used to be a striker.
Exactly.
Hence why he can dribble with the ball.
Yes, I love when he was doing that in the Nottingham Forest game.
He did it the other day as well.
Yeah, I love that.
He took a shot against Chelsea. I think, was it the Chelsea game?
Yeah, it was one day, and I was hoping he would have scored that. Even Calafiori as well. That's why I love when he's on that left-hand side, because it's like, boy, we got a defender and a striker, and he's not scared to let off the shots.
Do you know what? You could definitely tell he was probably more of an attacking player growing up. He just loves to bomb forward.
And he loves to get involved in
setting up the play.
He's very involved in the offensive side of the game.
All right, ladies, we are going to leave it there, but great as always to have these conversations. And I have to say, I'm feeling a bit more relaxed now about that result at the weekend. You definitely did, because now I'm looking at the bigger picture and not just the table and you know, trying to capitalise. All right, guys, well, thank you so much for watching. Do get involved in the comments, get active, let us know how you are feeling about the fixtures that took place in the Premier League this weekend, and let us know how you're feeling about the upcoming fixtures as well. Thank you to the lovely ladies here on She's a Keeper, and we'll be back to speak to you again soon. Bye for now. Well, ladies.